Hey.
Out on the airwaves, mud soaked and loud. Cornbread man talking, biscuit boy proud. Static crackles like a rattlesnake's tail. Voices rolling like a freight train wheel. Cornbread man, biscuit boy, talking live love and southern joy. Cornbread man, biscuit boy, raise your glass, make some noise. Gravy drips in the southern drawl. Stories thick like the cypress tall. Radio rebels riding wild and free, shouting truths like a storm at sea. Hey, hey, can you feel that beat? Boots on the floor, fire in the heat. Cornbread man, biscuit boy, talking live love and southern joy. Cornbread man, biscuit boy, raise your glass, make some noise. Tales of dirt roads, whiskey skies that cut through the night like fireflies. Laughter echoes through the pines, two voices cross them county lines.
We are. Welcome to the show this morning. Let me pause that. Trying to get everything off and up because we're running Podbean this morning as well.
Yep.
Good and happy Saturday morning. Thank you, Brother Morgan Neal, for the lock this morning. I'm the Cornbread Man, and this is
Biscuit boy.
the legendary Biscuit Boy. Paul, you got a scripture there?
I do.
Kick us off with a scripture today on this Saturday morning, a rainy Saturday morning.
Very rainy Saturday morning. Today we're going to read from Ephesians chapter 3, and I'm going to go through verse 7, 1 through 7. For this cause I, Paul, a prisoner of Jesus Christ for you Gentiles, if ye have heard of the dispensation of the grace of God which is given me to you ward. Anyway, how that by revelation he made known unto me the mystery, as I wrote afore in few words, whereby when ye read ye may understand my knowledge in the mystery of Christ, which in other ages was not made known unto the sons of men, as it is now revealed unto his holy apostles and prophets by the Spirit, that the Gentiles should be fellow heirs and of the same body, and partakers of his promise in Christ by the gospel. Wherefore I was made a minister according to the gift of the grace of God given unto me by the effectual working of his power. Amen and amen.
Amen. Thank you for that, Brother Paul LeBron. Appreciate the good word this morning. Yeah, Jerry. Well, actually, me and Paul Biscuit Boy here has been up for a long time. We don't sleep good.
No,
I went to bed really early. I was telling him I was probably up by 3:30, 4 o'clock, and I don't know if I ever closed my eyes after that. I might have dozed a little bit.
I
But
average about 3 hours of sleep a night.
yeah, so but there are mornings I am running late, so there can be that. But we have a
Yep.
I don't know if it's raining where you are, but it has rained all evening and all morning, so we didn't even try to go to the street today. We're staying inside. I have not, thankfully, they talked about some high winds and very heavy rain. I have not
Yeah.
seen the heavy. It's just steady.
I do have a canoe. You know, we can jump in the canoe if need be. You know.
I'm hoping that's not needed this morning.
Yeah, we'd be doing a show in a canoe in the middle of Market Street.
Oh, that would be entertaining.
Yeah,
Not. I remember the first time that I went canoeing. I had never canoed in my life. I went down there not too far from where Brother Jerry lives.
Mhm.
I was down there, and we've talked about this. I was down there on the Broad River.
Broad River.
There's a campground down there, and at the time it was run by a father and a daughter, and nobody around there liked them because they were not from around here.
Right, right.
They had a lot of good morning, broski. They had a lot of tattoos and stuff. They were really nice people, but they weren't from around
Rough
there.
around the edges.
So the guy said the locals around here give me a hard time because
Right.
well, they knew that down there at the campground they were drinking and smoking and all that. So
Right.
that they were like a cancer on their society or whatever. But anyway, we went down there and you would set off in the water right there where he was at the campground, and then that afternoon he would he would pick you up. So it's like a 6 to 8 hour journey.
Right.
Basically, you stop at every rock. You take food along with you. You just have fun.
Kind of like floating to Hawaii.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But I'd never been in a canoe, so I had to get used to that. And we had, you got to remember, guys, this is a long time ago. Some people were in kayaks. We were in a canoe. Our canoe got chosen to have the beer cooler. So you knew what I was going to say.
Yeah.
So-
yeah.
So they weren't worried about us. Like if we were going to flip or something, it was all we had it strapped in. They were worried about the beer cooler. That's all they cared about. Like, don't lose the beer. So,
Period. That's a party foul.
hey, you're welcome, broski. We really had a good time with her. Thanks to Miss Jenna for being with us. We will have her back, and her yard sign is in my yard. I said, go ahead. I absolutely want you to get that. And we're going to have some others to come in. Maybe I know I got one more, but we're going to do she said we could come to our farm and we're going to do a commercial for her and kind of do something for the farm. In fact, Jerry will like this, I'm sure. Get that other one, Paul. This one is this is from the farm. That one's what is that?
This is pickled banana peppers.
That's fresh from the farm.
And those
What is that? That's not labeled on this one.
From what I can tell, they're pickled peppers, just whole peppers.
Yeah, they're whole peppers.
They looks like there's a jalapeno in there. That might be some hot stuff.
I'd say I'm not a hot person, but this is the Chickamauga Farms, right? That's what it's called.
Chickamauga Creek Farms.
Chickamauga Creek Farms.
Yep.
I'm sorry.
Yep.
But Broski wants to know whether you're deer or quail hunting today.
If it moves.
Well,
in this kind of weather, you carry a rifle and a fishing pole.
True.
And maybe even a spear gun, because I think there's sharks in the Tennessee River now.
One of the other questions we did ask her off air was about her faith. She is a Christian. Don't know the denomination. Well, they're visiting churches in the area. Right.
And she's actually going to my old church. Right?
Yeah. Okay. So we did ask the question. I didn't want to do it on the air. I wanted to have, because we didn't cover that pre-show, and just give her a chance to do that. Yeah. That name, hippies. Funny. Hippies.
I'm having trouble seeing these things.
I really want to know if I ask her Panther Hippies last name. No, you're good. Actually, that's a very common name around here, and a lot of turnip seeds are Christians, and there's actually some turnip seeds that pastor a church. So it's a very common name in in Chickamauga. Very common. I've worked with at least 2 or 3 turnip seeds.
I've known A couple of turnip seeds.
Yeah. Even though she was not exactly from the area, he was, her husband being he. But they are going to church and looking for a permanent home, a little closer to home. They want one that's just down the road, which I get.
Do you ever wonder how last names came about?
Well, sometimes, especially if it's a really weird name, like, I don't know. Some people, I don't, last names I get because usually it all comes from, if you go back, there's probably only 100 names, but they got changed over time due to the way people heard how they were pronounced.
Right.
And when they did the census, especially here in the United States, when they do the census, our name got changed all the time. And it's really, Cordell is really, you could take Caldell, Cordell, and there's many other variations. They're all the same root word, every one of them.
The same with Putnam. Putnam is Welsh, where that's where the name it's Put Ham. I guess they were pig farmers back in the day. I don't know. I know that on the other side, the Cunningham side of my family actually has some royal blood in it.
Which side was the horse thieves?
That would probably have been the Maynard.
I mean, everybody has that. I mean, come on. Yeah. Brother Jerry, he's got some people in his background that well, I don't know if it's direct. I think it was. He used to run moonshine down there.
My family can actually be traced back to Salem, Massachusetts.
Interesting.
To the Salem witch trials.
Were you prosecuting or involved?
My family were the antagonist.
The antagonist, okay.
Yeah, they were the antagonist of the whole thing, I believe.
The Cordell name is English. I have seen so many Cordells on news reports from Britain. But yeah, my mom's side is Irish, Kelly, which was probably O'Kelly back in the old country. Right. O'Kelly. So yeah, I do find it fascinating, but I find it more fascinating why people name people the name they give them for their first or middle name. Because some people got some bad names, like how did you get stuck with that name? I mean, like what's up with that?
Right. there are I was always fascinated how Indians came up with their name. It's usually the first thing they saw after the child was born.
Yeah.
I'm not going any further with that because there are some things that
there's a lot of first things you could see after a child is born, Paul.
This is true. This is true. Like a three-legged dog, they could Johnny Three Legs or something. I don't know.
Oh. It's funny here in the South. Now, I don't know how it is around the rest of the country. But if you talk to people, most people, everybody says they have Indian heritage. Everybody.
My great-grandfather was full-blooded Cherokee.
Some do, some don't.
Yeah.
They've heard family lore about it, like Indians sat around and got high and had some creative takes.
Yeah.
Well, peace pipe, baby.
Broski, we got our own peace pipe here. Now, this is actually, did you make this, Dave?
No, I bought it from a sutler.
From a settler?
Yeah, I had
one of the reenactments?
Yeah.
That's a nice pipe.
Yeah.
I like that.
There's people, and they make them. I mean, it's not made on an assembly line. They make them. That's the whole idea about a sutler is you make some of that stuff.
Right.
Here's Jerry now. See, Jerry don't mind saying it. Jerry's a pastor, and he's a Christian.
Come on, Jerry.
But Jerry will tell you, he knows. My daddies, granddaddies, uncles, and cousins, his dad made moonshine, but I think the family made him quit because he drank up the profits.
I want to tell you what, that is some that's some strong stuff. Put it that way. It'll make you get on all fours and howl at the moon if you drink too much of it. Most definitely. So, I have a question for you, Dave.
All right.
What do you think is going to happen in Minnesota with all of this craziness going on up there?
I don't think it's going to have the legs that it had before. It will calm down.
I think it's too cold.
Yeah, it's not going to. I mean, the keyboard warriors and everybody that's, the paid instigators will stay for a while, but when they don't have the crowd there,
right?
They'll still hang about. But once the money's going to dry up once they ain't being successful in being an instigator.
Well, Laura Ingraham caught one of them. That was hilarious. Do you have a job? Ask her twice. Do you have a job? I'm getting paid right now. And Laura Ingraham went, thank you.
Yeah, I think they'll move on to the next one in another state or another area or whatever.
Well, I hope before all that happens, they get to the person or the persons or the entities, whatever, whoever is behind the money.
If Joe Biden was still president, I will say this, though, he would have made a national holiday for this lady that tried to run over the ICE agent, because that's the way Joe Biden rolled,
Yeah. He is so hypocritical. I mean, to listen to him in his early days and to the rhetoric that he had today, same with all of them. Schumer in 2020, he was all over Trump because Trump didn't do anything about Venezuela.
Yeah.
Now Trump has done something. He's switched 100% completely to the other side.
Yeah, broski, me and Paul were talking earlier. We were watching video after video, and it's these Caucasian, chunky
white women,
as you say, of that persuasion that are always out there getting involved in this. I mean, it's and if you go, even the ones that are not criminal, just go online at social media and watch how many they're the ones pulling their clothes off and stuff. I mean, it's
nobody wants to see that.
Nobody wants. It's like constant. Every video. I mean, it's like, can my feed be filled with something better? I mean, it's like they just inundate you with that. And
somebody needs to come up with a new
and a lot of them. There's a lot of them involved in true crime. They're not trying to create it, but they're trying to follow it. But they are obnoxious as I'll get out. They travel all around the country, and they do the same thing just from a different perspective. But they're getting in. They go and they are attacking, stand outside of families of the killer or the person that thinks the killer or whatever, and screaming at them. And I mean, there's something about, I don't know what it is. It's that 35 to 45 or 50-year-olds somewhere in there. And it's just, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, but.
How do you feel if one of those protesters, if you say you were there and one of those protesters laid their hands on you, what would you do?
Well, I believe in the laying on of hands. I'll just say that.
Me too.
If you put your hands on me,
you're probably going to get a broke orbital bone.
It's on. I mean, you can scream and do all that. That's your freedom.
And but you might need therapy
if you spit, that's a different matter.
That's worse than hitting me. If you spit on me, that's literally worse than walking up and punching me.
These wicked. Jerry, what do you think, Biscuit boy? Are you going to Bernie's brain too early? It's too early.
Do what now? What'd Jerry say?
You are going to Bernie's brain. It's
Bernie's
too early.
Brain. Oh, I don't want to burn anybody's brain, but
I know he's getting all deep on me early on a Saturday. Come on, man.
I did smell something smoking, but it was me. I apologize.
2 different guys lost custody for 200 children, and all of a sudden she's a lesbian. Yeah, that's kind of strange. There's
somebody said something about her burning her kids.
Well, I think that's the partner. That's the partner. That's what I seen online, that somebody said she lost her kids due to cigarette burns. I don't know. She looks like she has partial Down syndrome or something along those lines. Well, there is an odd look there. I noticed that even right before that happened, the look that she was looking at the ICE agents with, there's something a little off there. I'm not sure what you would call it, but
they all have some sort of mental illness.
Broski says this is what he do to somebody puts their hands on him: throat chop, kick it, choke slam.
Well, I don't know that they have those.
Palm to the nose.
I don't know that they have those particular things hanging down there, but yeah.
That's right. That's all it takes. What do I think? It's like you can see the little hamster in there just running, It's like It's like,
what do you think, Dave?
It's like, I know he went there and I'm thinking, oh Lord, here it comes. I was trying to get my brain started up. Like, okay, he's fixing to ask me something deep, Like whenever he pauses, I'm thinking, I either know it's going to be really funny or really challenging. So I have to kind of prepare myself for both,
Well, it takes me a minute sometimes. I've had too many concussions in my life.
Well, I just figure it's like you're preparing to drop the bomb. Like, okay, boom, I'm going to give us the date. And then see what happens.
I like those. They're like grenades. You just pull the pin and throw it over there and see how long you can hold it.
Good to see you, Faith Walker. Good morning. How you doing? We are good on a rainy Saturday morning here in the Northwest Georgia, extreme Northwest Georgia area.
Faith Walker's aren't you in Korea?
Yeah, military. Said military.
Awesome.
Korea.
My next door neighbor is actually the Brigadier General over Korea.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Broski always says he likes how I say July. July. So we had some
that accent, man. That accent. Everybody my accent is too redneck.
Good morning, Political Affairs on Instagram. How are you doing this day?
Political Affairs.
Political Affairs. That should be our job title. Political Affairs. Political Affairs consultants. We could be a consultant. That's where the money's at. To be a consultant.
Oh yeah.
I would definitely like to be a consultant on many things.
What would you consult on?
Oh,
whatever.
Yeah, whatever, man. I mean, like I like to consult. Broski says he still has a Philly accent. Can't shake it. I can hear it from here. Philly. They don't play in Philly.
No, they don't. Philadelphia. I love Philadelphia.
I've always liked. I grew up being a Dr. J fan, so I really liked a lot about Philly. I rooted for. I like the Braves, but I did like a Philly. Some my neighbors came over, immigrated to America on this. They came over the same ship that Mike Schmidt's parents came over. So, like they knew their families from and the great grandmother that used to live next door to me. She had this really very strong German. She spoke English, but it's a German accent.
Right.
She didn't play at all. She just sit and glare at us. I called her the no fun grandma because you couldn't have no fun around her. You had to. It was all
straighten up, fly right.
That's it.
Wow.
Oh, that's great. Generals are some of the best folks to talk to. Always eager to talk with soldiers. Always interesting people. Interesting histories.
This is a good man that I'm talking about.
Not too many built like them. Yeah.
He is a good guy. He's
one of the things
one of my good friends.
One of the things that I really liked that we talked about this morning was several things actually. As you kind of wrap up past an interview that Jenna said, and by the way, for people that don't know, I should show her here who we're talking about. But she was talking about how she loved Pete Hegseth.
Yep.
And I think people who love the military, and she was in the military. So
retired from the military.
Yeah, retired, and a teacher.
Yep.
And a business owner. A farm, and we'll do a live stream from there probably if as long as they're okay with it. I think we asked her. She said, "Sure, come on." Biscuit boy. When I got my doctorate degree, Dr. Kersey introduced me as the college redneck doctor, so you and I could be kin.
Love it. We need to check on that. There's no doubt. Jerry.
This is an outfit that Jerry would be very comfortable in, and has rocked it. I would say a lot of his life.
This is my pajamas.
In fact, I think I saw him cooking one day with Jerry. I think he was in that same outfit.
Camo.
Pretty much. I think so. I like it.
It's one of my favorite colors. Camo is a color, by the way.
I like it when this is what you need to happen. When I envision Jerry in the kitchen, this is what I envision. I think about you're at a restaurant. There's a couple of snowflakes come in, and they complain about the beef or the meat or whatever he's cooked, and they go, "Hey, who cooked this slop?" I don't like it. I want my money back, but they've ate 3/4 of it.
Right.
That's what. Well, let me go get the cook. And Jerry comes out in his camo and comes out there and says, "Is there a problem?" They go, "No, we're good."
It's
a great meal.
Holding a meat cleaver.
Yeah.
We got a problem here, folks.
Is there a problem? Kind of looks like fishing waders. A little bit.
A little bit. I've got some fishing waders.
Have you
They're
done
not as comfortable as these.
Have you done fly fishing before?
Yeah.
I've never been. I've never done fly fishing.
I made the worst spider's nest you could ever see out of the reel.
Well, you got to watch what you're doing with that stuff, you know.
Now, I like using a spear gun or bow fishing. I've been bow fishing. That's a fun sport. It's got the line wrapped around and tied to the arrow, and you just shoot the fish and pull it back in.
Good morning on Podbean, Goku. Thank you for coming in. Hello to you. We're on live this morning on MP3 as well as video. So appreciate everybody being here.
On a lot of platforms.
With my friend in my pocket. Ain't that two friends? I thought it was Smith and somebody else.
Wait a minute. What? Oh, never mind. I was thinking something else when you said with my friend in my pocket.
What are you talking about?
Nothing. My mind just.
I used to make flies as a kid with my grandfather up in Alaska, Fairbanks, to be specific. Fly fishing is a skill, that's for sure.
Oh yeah.
I've just never done it. I find that interesting.
Friend, have you ever heard of Frost Cutlery? You know.
Yeah.
Place?
Jerry Frost. Wasn't his name Jerry? Jerry
yes.
Frost? Yeah.
Yeah. One of his nephews, Ken Frost, him and his brother Paul, but Ken used to tie his own flies. And I used to watch, and you talk about interesting. He had like magnifying glasses, and he would get down there and wrap those things up, and they were so pretty. And he would sell one for about $30.
Wow!
Thought it was very, very neat.
And is Frost Cutlery, which I know they make all the knives and stuff. Is there a
Jim?
Huh?
Jim's the one that owns.
Jim.
Yeah.
Is there can you walk in and shop, or you have to? It's all wholesale, or?
Yeah, you can walk in. It's over in Oolwa.
I know, but I didn't know if they had like a display cases in a place you could actually buy right there.
I don't know if they have an actual store or if you have to go through the catalog.
If you've ever been in the area and you're near the Smoky Mountains, you've got to go to the Smoky Mountain Knife Works. That's a
very interesting place.
Oh, it's just loaded with knives and everything hunting and stuff like that. But it's obviously it's mostly knives. It is a very cool place to go in. But you got to pack a lunch because you're going to be in there for a little while. It's a big place. But I've been there several times. I've ordered some for family from there. Wonderful. I mean, you can get reasonable all the way to the crazy expensive kind of stuff.
Right.
Yeah, man. Have a good day, brothers. We have some family here, so I'm about to run them off. Go be with your family, Jerry. God bless you.
Have a great day, Jerry.
We wish you the best this weekend. And if you catch us in the morning with the Sunday morning in the Word for a minute or two, we'll wish you well then. If not, have a great Sunday services. And you're a blessing. Thanks for stopping in. It is the rain picked up. It slacked back off a little bit, but I'm glad to be inside the nice warm studio.
I will tell you what, I could probably sleep like a baby with this tin roof.
Oh, yeah. It sounds great, just the rain trickling down on top of it.
The only time I've ever slept under a tin roof was in the hayloft.
A hayloft?
Yeah.
I've never actually slept in a hayloft. I have been, we never had a barn. My uncle did, and I used to help, obviously, with hay and all the critters and stuff and whatever he had, but I've never actually... We never actually had a farm, a working farm or anything. So
we raised horses. Trained horses.
Was this with your grandfather? Was he involved with that? I know your grandfather was very important in your life.
No, Papa was he ran most of the lines for electricity and different things. He was with Power Board.
Okay.
He ran. If you got electricity today, he's the one that ran the original line.
Hey, in our area, we have a lineman school, which is people come from all over the place to go to. and you can come out with a good paying job. That's
He
over in Trenton, right? The lineman school.
yes. Yeah.
Yeah, they have the little. They even have. I didn't know this. I never paid attention. I don't go there that much. They even have the little like hotel that they stay at while they're there. It's a small little, almost like a cottage, as I would say.
Right.
And they stay there.
They do have a place where you stay.
But you can come out of there. I don't. How long does that last? I wonder. The lineman school.
I would say it takes at least 3 months. I would say. I mean, there's a lot to learn. Electricity bad. No. There is a lot to learn about that. But my grandfather was telling me about climbing a pole. First time he ever climbed a pole. You got the spikes on your boots, and he said he was looking down, making sure the spikes got him because he didn't want to miss, and slide down. But you throw your belt up.
Yeah, throw it up.
And he said he put his spikes in, threw his belt up, and it went over the top of the pole. And he started falling backwards.
Oh, man.
He said he reached out and grabbed a hold of that pole, but he had already peed all over himself. He said it scared him that bad. But he never made that mistake again.
I would hope not.
Yeah.
I don't even know if they do that more with the bucket trucks now. I doubt they even do the spikes.
Because I'm sure there's going to be some times they have to, but it's not the only way they do it now.
One of the songs I've always liked, which wasn't written by him, but it was submitted
to Glenn Campbell.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wichita Lineman.
That was a good song.
And it was absolutely was somebody, whoever wrote the song. It was a long, hot, just straight highway.
Yeah.
And in the distance, he sees a guy up on a pole, a lineman up on the pole. We also have in our region, down past Villanelle, a horseshoe school, how to do horseshoes. And a lot of people come from around to learn that too.
Ferrying is it's a dying
art.
That's
what you call it. I forgot the word.
It is a dying art. Farriers are few and far between nowadays. I met a young man that took up the trade from his grandfather about a year ago. I can't remember his name right offhand. He's a car salesman here in Chattanooga. But he is currently getting his farrier license.
Are you kidding me, man? We have actually a man who's a car salesman and is going to be a farrier as well. They've got that's classic.
That's
man.
Going backwards, isn't it?
I don't know if it's backwards, but the stories. I just think, wow.
Yep.
Because car salesmen are a trip anyway.
That's true.
I'm just thinking of how the car salesman. Kind of the way they talk and everything would work with ferrying. I mean, I can almost hear it in my head as they're talking about.
He's selling the horse the shoe.
The horse the shoe.
So that's the way he's got to sell it to the horse.
Yeah.
So
kicking the curb on some horseshoes.
Yeah. You take them for a test ride.
Yeah, it's a good shoe. I mean, it's got a little mileage on it.
Yeah, it's a good fit. Good fit for you.
It gets you point A to point B.
That's all you need.
I've always wondered when somebody said that, how far point A is from point B. Because some people's idea is 5 miles. Like
I have seen some less than that.
So,
I mean, it looked like a Flintstone vehicle where you got to beat feet to get wherever you got to go.
My idea of point A to point B might be from North Georgia to South Georgia, or up, 2 states away. So it doesn't always work well. Point A to point B.
Well,
I want it to go to point A to point Z.
My point A to point B would be East Coast, West Coast.
Yeah.
I need a vehicle that'll
traverse what is the furthest that you, just being honest, what's the furthest that you say I would drive versus fly? That you would just say, I don't have to fool the airport, I will drive. How far you're like okay with it, and then past that you're saying, I'm just going to take the airplane. I hate it, but I'm going to do it. Like if you were going to California, would you fly?
It depends.
Because that could be a 3-day trip. I guess it is a 3-day trip.
But why am I going out there? What am I doing while I'm in California?
Yeah.
Yes. I more than likely I would fly unless I was pulling a camper.
Okay.
That would I would not want to make that drive. I mean, I just wouldn't, not to just make a drive, you know.
Could you be the guy that lives in a van for the experience, just rides around
Down by the river?
eating cheese?
I live in a van now.
Yeah, that's become a thing, man. Like they refurbish the van.
Right.
They live in it. You know, they go on these adventures, visiting state parks, and
hey, they've got some nice vans. Mercedes has come out with a crazy 4-wheel drive van where you can go just about anywhere. So yeah, I believe I could live in one of those if it was just me. Now, you know, someone else, I don't know.
Maybe you and a dog.
Yeah, me and a dog.
You and Howie could do that.
Yeah, me and Howie could do it, but I don't know that Jody and I could do it. Jody wouldn't. Jody needs more room.
If you had the van, would you pull something behind it so you have a little bit more storage space or whatever, or just pull the camper, the RV, or you know, I don't know if I'd. The van seems a little too confining for me.
I would probably pull a side by side, you know, a Razor or something like that, or maybe a Can-Am, depending upon where I'm going.
Yeah.
Possibly, you know, my Jeep, I could pull it behind there. But, you know, if it's 4-wheel drive, there's really no need for a Jeep unless you're, well, anyway, yeah. You can drive the vans around. See, like when we go somewhere, I like being able to drop my trailer off, and then I've got the truck to drive around.
Yeah, I've watched a lot of people. There is this mobile army of people that don't live anywhere. They live in.
They live everywhere.
But they live everywhere, and they look for Walmarts to stay at overnight for free.
Well, there's a lot of places, especially up and down the coasts, you know, where you can boondock. You know, there's farms that'll let you pull in boondock. And that's what they call it whenever you have no electricity or sewerage. You know, you just boondock. You're just there. The only way you would have water is if you have potable water that you keep in a tank.
Are they charging them or just letting them?
Free.
Just letting them stay.
Stay for free. Only a couple of nights. You know, this is while you're traveling. You can pull in, stop somewhere, stay the night, and then get back up and hit the road.
I just wouldn't want the what's that group of people used to run around? The Grateful Dead community start showing up, and you know,
Deadheads.
The Deadheads. You know, about 30, 40 Deadheads show up one night. Hey, we're gonna stay here, man. You got any lettuce?
Did you say lettuce?
Lettuce. True story, man. I was at Food Line in East Ridge one time.
It's the devil's lettuce that they're talking about.
Yeah. Well, and I don't know. I went over there for something, and I hear this guy behind me. He's going, "Man, check out the tomatoes, man." Another guy's going, "I got a grapefruit, man. Look at this grapefruit." And I look back, and they look like those guys who was on that Star Trek episode that were playing the funky music that Spock played with them in the band.
Beatniks.
That's what they were, 60s guys.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the heck has walked into my store? Like, who are these people? Wow. And
that's funny.
When I left, because they were like holding up to the light, and they were hollering at each other. They were oblivious that anybody was around.
Well, they were on
I
LSD
go outside,
or eating mushrooms. One of the two.
There's like 3 car. You had a bus,
right?
That was all psychedelic. You had a van, and then I think you had like a station wagon or something. They were in a convoy going down the road.
Well, I wonder where they were headed.
There ain't no tell.
Got a hippie.
Honestly, I think at that time Grateful Dead was still traveling, touring. I think they were headed to Atlanta is where they were going. They were definitely
I've been to 2 Grateful Dead concerts.
Ever see a camper trailer Ben Affleck had in the movie The Accountant?
Yes, I would love to have one like that, especially with the artwork and gold and things like that he had on that bugger.
I have not
the
seen
guns and it's pretty cool. I think it was an Airstream, wasn't it? Wasn't it an Airstream, or am I thinking about a different show? I think it was an Airstream.
I think I've seen that clip, and I think it was an Airstream, if I remember right.
Yeah. But I don't get Airstreams. They have no slides. They're really mod looking, and they're cool, but they are so expensive. They're ridiculously expensive.
Yeah.
But I have more amenities in mine. Mine's just a small camper. It's just a 30-foot camper with 2 slides on it. And it's plenty big enough for me and my wife and the dog, a couple of grandkids.
What I would like to be able to do, of course you'd have a little bit of money, is to be able to go to a place, I guess you can if you have money, to design it from the floor up. Because no matter what you have, there's always something that you wished was a little different. I'm sure in yours you wish there was probably something. You may redesign it one day, but just made for your ideas, what you want, where you want that lounge chair to be, how you want the bed done, how it's all arranged. I would like to be able to go in and piece together and design up what I would want, just made for me, how I like it. Because everybody's different,
Yeah. And there's a lot of things that they're coming out with now. They've got washers and dryers and these things. Some of them have tubs in them.
Yeah.
We've got a walk-in shower that is, big enough for two people.
They have the sides that go out. Do they have the tops that go up, make more headroom? That would be a good thing to have.
I know on some small campers they have the pop-ups, but as far as your everyday, camper, no, they don't. Now they have made 2-story campers.
Well, I was wondering about that, but it can't be so high because you'd hit the power lines and stuff.
Right. So it has to be, below bridge level. You have to be able to go under overpasses.
So what are we talking, 18 feet?
Probably somewhere around 16 and a half to 18 feet. Yeah.
Which that's a lot of space. You think about people that's, if you take everybody about 6 foot average and you double that, you've got 12 feet and add a little bit more for extra headroom. I could see that.
Well, there's one thing about
that'd be a great place. The grandkids would love something like that.
Oh yeah, having a loft.
Oh yeah. I don't want to climb, but it'd be great for kids or dogs.
I don't know if I'd want a dog up there. They might get excited and come out of that thing.
Well, it might be made where you could have like a little like
rail
stairs,
or something.
or stairs that kind of maybe they pull out. Maybe they're kind of hidden the rest of the time.
Hey, there's a lot of things. There's a lot of really unique things that can be done to those cameras. They've got one that has a hidden office. You got a wall in the master bedroom. It's got a big screen TV on it. And behind it, there's a latch. You hit that latch and pull it, and there's an entire office on the other side of that wall.
Oh, that would be cool.
No, it's on the very front of the camper.
We have officially hit heavy rain here in Northwest Georgia.
Yeah, it's coming down.
It's not peppering anymore. It is pouring. Yep. So my yard will be a lake. We might need that canoe.
Well, fortunately, I'm...
Have you ever kayaked, though? I didn't ask this. You ever kayak?
I thought you knew, yeah.
You like that? I couldn't remember.
Oh, yeah. Dude, me and my brother-in-law, my ex-brother-in-law, Jimmy, he's the one that got me into kayaking. But yeah, I've hit every river in the South pretty much.
I'm too fat for the kayak, but I think they're cool. But you got
there are a lot. The first time I ever got in one was at the Chickamauga Dam. Jeez. And it was right there at the marina. And it's real, water just like glass, across the slough. And I got the skirt on and got in and got it all. And I started to cross through there. And I was, man, this is easy. Next thing I know, I'm upside down.
That's what would scare me, man.
Well, there's an art technique, to flipping yourself over. And you have to go the exact opposite way, and use your hips against the paddle. But once you learn how to do that, you're fine. If you don't know how to roll, you don't need to be in one.
Right.
As far as whitewater goes, you need to be on the lake learning how to do that. Because I had to pull the kayak over to the bank.
Wow.
Because I couldn't roll it over. I didn't know how. But I was taught, and eventually, you go off of a waterfall, and you come up. If you're upside down, you roll back up. It's really not hard to do at all.
After 5 almost drownings, he figured out how to roll the thing.
Yeah.
Come up gasping. We were down the Broad River. We actually took the canoe off of a drop. Now, it was only about a 5-foot drop, which is pretty good.
Hey,
a canoe with 2 guys and a beer cooler in.
Right.
We went in, and when we came up, we flipped. And when I went down the water, when I came up, they can't see us. We're inside of it.
Right.
And everybody's hollering, "Are they okay?" I could hear them. I'm kind of laughing, So we flipped it over, and then they were hollering because one of our oars was going away down the river. But I told the guy, because there's a way around the waterfall for people that don't want to do that.
Right.
And the guy that was leading us, he said, "I say let's do it." He threw the challenge down. I'm like, "All right, this ain't gonna be good, but let's try it." Because people said the canoes go this way. It's for kayaks. But he said, "No, we're going." Kenny Cooley, remember him?
Yeah.
Kenny Cooley.
Yeah, I remember him.
He was in my canoe. Funny guy. Kenny watches the show sometimes. And,
okay.
He does see some of the clips and stuff I post. So Kenny is a neat outdoorsman. I mean, a hunter, fisherman, all that stuff.
Right. Well, hey, any of you guys, y'all got any topics you want to talk about? Anything?
We were down at Kenny's house one day, and he had all these hunting dogs. And Kenny just talks to his hunting dogs, kind of like we talk to each other down the south, you know.
Oh,
and people don't understand it. But we had another. Remember Lauren? You know Lauren good.
Oh yeah, I know.
Me and Lauren are down there. I think we're going metal detecting that day, and Kenny's dogs got kind of fired up at something was barking at it.
Yeah,
and he's talking to us.
These are the ones that he had out back.
Yeah, the ones out back. So he goes out there, and
I was with y'all one time.
I don't remember if you were here that day or not. But anyway, he went outside. He said, "Excuse me, man," or whatever.
Yeah.
And he went outside. And he said, "Shut up! I'm gonna pull a bullet in your head." They shut up. And I was thinking of his neighbors. I mean, can you imagine your neighbor?
Yeah.
And you step out at this was early, like we were down there at like 8 o'clock or something, and you're having your morning coffee and cereal, and a guy, your neighbor, steps out and says, "Shut up! I'm gonna put a bullet in your head." Dude, you got a neighbor on either side, like within 10 feet, man.
If you're making if you're making noise, it's going to make you think twice. That's for sure. Wow. I can see him doing that though.
I'm gonna put a bullet in your head.
Shut up.
We talk very graphically in the South sometimes, and it's all just meant for effect. It's not meant literally, but people if you take that literally in the South, if you're a snowflake.
Sometimes it can be literal.
Well, there are times.
You need to recognize a person's body language and tone. You know that.
Well, that is
especially
important
down here.
That is important in the South. You have to know when to hold them and when to fold them, because if a guy's dead serious about, or a woman dead serious about what they're saying, you got to know how to read the room.
Oh yeah.
If not, it could get ugly.
You know, you're gonna think I'm crazy when I say this, but when I'm with my wife and we go into any building, restaurant, whatever, I know where every exit is. I look at every person. I can count the people in the building, and I always sit where I can see it.
I do the same thing.
And it's just I
will not sit with my back to the crowd. I know the exit plan.
Yep.
And if I see somebody that could be iffy, I keep my eye on them. If my gut tells me it's not good, I'll leave and go to another place. I won't do it. And I escort not as much anymore. She's gotten older, but I used to escort my granddaughter, and I would stand outside the bathroom when she went to the restroom because all the freaks, and I was never going to let a freak come in. And now they'd probably get punched in the face. She wouldn't put up with it. And then she would call me, and we would finish him off out back. But Kaylee ain't gonna put up with that.
Yeah.
Kaylee was telling me something today. I wasn't around, and she called somebody out for doing something they shouldn't have been doing.
Right.
And she said they tried to lie about it. And she said, "No, that don't fly with me. That's not right." She called them out, and she told me about it. You know, and I said, "Okay, yeah." I'm always listening to see how she handled the situation.
Hey, I want to tell you what, integrity in these young people is very, very important to instill early, that they have, integrity, that they, you say what you mean and mean what you say.
Well, I taught Kaylee to be observant, and I got to be honest, I think sometimes she's much more observant than I am now. She is so watching stuff.
That's the way Vance is. You know, my grandson Vance?
Yeah.
I always think he ought to be a detective, because he notices things that most people don't. I got a new pocket knife. All right. Well, it was laying on my dresser. He noticed that pocket knife.
Yeah.
Nobody else was going to notice that pocket knife.
Right.
But he knew where everything was on my dresser, and he noticed that was new.
That's good. He's paying attention.
Yeah. And that's just one example.
We went to Cracker Barrel one day, and I'm thinking about having a meal, getting everybody out of the car. And Kaylee, right as we pulled in, and there was I think what caught her eye was my wife. Now she would have to, or needs help, wheelchair.
Right.
At that time, she was walking without a walker, but it was harder for her, so she has a handicap tag. Well, there was somebody already parked in one. They just pulled in. we pulled over here. Well, Kaylee jumps out of the car, and she's already sized up the situation. And she tells me, matter of factly, as she's headed that way, these people are not supposed to be in that parking space. They don't have the tag. They don't have the sticker, and they're young. They're not disabled. I'm going after them. And I said, whoa, 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 Nelly. And that's the way she was. Like, no, that's not right. My grandmother has to walk further. They're not, and she was going to go call them out. And I said, just let it go. But she is definitely on fire like that. She does not. Well, she'll call it out.
See, I have to be careful.
It's a fine line. Yeah. Between you got to teach them how to have the decorum they need to have and when to stand up. And that's what I try to teach her is when, again.
See, I have to be careful because I can't say that if I'd have been there, I wouldn't have said, come on, let's go.
I'm sure. And I'm a little bit more of that kind of hold back, I guess. But I'm sure you would have. You said, let's go, baby. You tell them, girl, I got you back.
That's right. I have a bad habit of doing that. I have to be very careful. My wife has, she's calmed me down quite a bit. I mean, she really has. Not with a nose ring or anything else, but, she just.
So let me give you a scenario. This is great. I'm glad you brought this up.
All right.
So let's say that you were driving down the road and somebody cut you off and made you stop, and they flipped you off and told you to, told you were number one. Because they didn't like the way you're driving or whatever, and then they took off. Are you, A, going after them to respond to that, or are you just going to flip them off, or you going to say, bless their heart?
They would receive a pit maneuver within 2 minutes.
I kind of figured.
I will tell you what, a guy almost killed me when I was maintenance director for Life Care Center of America over in Red Bank. I was going to work one morning. I lived in Ooltewah, and I was going to work. And this guy had been trying to get around me going, up 24 the whole time. And he finally comes around between this car and comes over and almost puts me, I almost hit a bridge abutment head on.
Yeah. Wow.
I chased him all the way into Red Bank and I cornered him in a parking lot. And how he got away from me to this day, I still don't get it. It was God did it for him or for me.
For both of you.
For both, yeah.
Yeah.
But, if I'd have got my hands on him, there's no telling what I would have done. But if my family's involved, that's a completely different story. I'm not going to put them in harm's way doing something foolish. I'll tell them to get out of the car.
There's a guy we used to work with. Him and his wife were leaving a concert downtown. And this guy come up begging money. And he told him, go on, we got nothing for you. The guy went up and would ask the wife again or something. He said, she said no. Or he said, go on. And the guy reached out and I think grabbed her arm or something. Mm-hmm. He'd come around that corner of that car. I would say he was probably unrecognizable after the beating he got. And then his wife was like, you shouldn't have hit him like that. He's like, he shouldn't put his hands on you.
It's true.
But I could still, he wasn't a violent guy, but this guy wasn't going to take no crap. Wasn't going to take no crap.
I feel the same way, and it doesn't even have to be anybody related to me. Anybody puts their hand on a woman,
oh yeah,
I'm going to step in. I've done it numerous times, and I'm not going to stop. I'm getting to the age now. I stay in pretty good shape, but I don't fight like I used to, and I think I'm more dangerous now because I don't fight like I used to. Whatever I do is going to hurt a lot worse. This isn't sport anymore. So
don't mess with the fam.
No.
Folks, this program is brought to you by several things. One of them is our Wolf Nation coffees. We put that up. I'm redoing our
good stuff.
It is good stuff.
Speaking of which, I need to get me some more.
We're drinking.
Would you like some more coffee?
Yeah, and but let me put up if I can get this to work. But we have.
See coffee cup, brother.
Well, we'll get this done. But anyway, Wolf Nation coffees. Go to our Shopify store and
some good stuff.
Shipping is included. Shipping is included in each one. and we try to keep that very reasonable. And there are many different blends to that. So, and actually, I can't get to the screen right now. StreamYard's wanting to be aggravating, but anyway, on the screen behind me, you can see that QR code. But Wolf Nation Coffees, we also have Mammoth Nation promo code, and promo code for the Wolf for our coffees. You just use that. But if you go to Mammoth Nation, it's Cornbread. You go to the Hodge Twins, it's Cornbread.
Six bean.
Yeah.
There are so many different blends to choose from with this coffee, and I haven't had a bad one yet.
Is that
and
what we're drinking
now?
Well. Is that what we're drinking right now, or is that
no? This is.
I've had that though. Blend. It's really good. I
the
love,
Cowboy is the best that I've had so far.
I love the coffees. They're great.
Yeah, they are good stuff.
Good stuff. Yeah, we've got Fruit Hero. That's a new thing that's just come on board. We're which will keep your fruits and vegetables, keep moistures out of your clothing or shoes or whatever. We've got all kinds of things. Yeah. I've still got to redo our commercials that they'll be playing, but
they're an Australian company, aren't they?
They are an Australian company. We also have the W Energy drinks. Southern Fried is our promo code at W. No sugar, no jitters, no shakes, no crash. This is amazing stuff. And I am going to get me some water taking me to security tonight before I leave the studio today. But we're blessed to have so many different things we're involved with. Our store is going to be coming back up. It's actually still up, but more. I've been promising them. I'm working on different ones. I just haven't loaded them up yet. Logos, sayings, and things that we'll have for the podcast. Either but behind Cornbread Nation, Wolf Nation, Southern Patriot. We're having fun, and we appreciate your support. It means a lot. Like, follow, share the show out. Those are all good things that can help us. Paul, and it's just we appreciate the time that people give us. You don't have to give us some of your time is a blessing. Bresky really says, have you ever seen or heard of a guy getting beat up because his woman is running her mouth to a man, and that man chose to beat her boyfriend instead?
Yeah.
There is that goes on.
Well, I mean, boyfriend, husband, significant other, whatever you want to call them. In my opinion, it would have been that boyfriend's job to de-escalate that situation and get his girlfriend out of it. And then if the guy had something else to say to him, that's a different story, and he can step in, whatever, if he has the cojones or whatever,
And hello, Lou Marlena. I hope I said that right. And Podbean, thank you for dropping in. Also, he asked, what if the Bulldog in Minneapolis stepped to you and started swinging on you? Oh, well.
Well, like I said, and this is in all honesty, Broski Bear, that to me is not a woman. She's putting herself in a man's shoes at that point. And when the fist is balled up and it makes contact or swung, she's going to learn what a man is. She wants to be one. She has penis envy. I know that. But there's a reason why she'll never be one, and I would definitely show her why.
I appreciated Miss Jenna's comments about her thoughts on transitioning surgeons in the military.
Yeah.
One of the things I never thought about was the amount of time away from the unit.
Well, not being able to do the job, yeah.
Not being able, you're there to do a job. Paul says, hear you and agree. Good answer. Yeah. I mean, I don't think nobody's going to let somebody just wail on them, and no. You come in like that. Let me tell you something.
Listen, I've been slapped. There's a difference between women, coming at you and flailing, whatever. If just block it. I mean, good Lord, it's good practice for you. Learn how to block.
Well, babe, I was just going to say, some of these that come at you, they're not. They're big. They're very strong. I mean, they're the kind of person that could pick you up and body slam you.
Well, they've obviously never had a ridge hand to the throat.
Well, I'm not saying they have. I'm just saying.
Some of them are big, yeah.
Some of them are big. I mean, they're
and
tall,
it's
they're beefy.
When they hit their behinds, because they do fall fun. They don't fall very athletically at all. So.
You're killing me.
Yeah. Well, it's a funny thing.
Well, I was just thinking of some of the videos I saw where people, we were talking about the ICE agents or others, could be federal, state, whatever. these people are in their face.
By the way, thank you guys. Thank all of you first responders.
Yes.
All of y'all for what you do.
Yeah, having to put up with idiots.
Exactly.
But they take the pepper spray and spray it right in their face. Bam!
Oh, I saw the one. The guy had like one of those pepper guns, had little balls, about that big around. And this guy was up running. What are you going to do? And he just goes, pow, and hits him right in the side of the face with one of those things out of a gun. Bam! Dude's face swelled up. He just turned around. He tried not to cry, but his buddy came over and put his arm around him. He started squalling. Yeah, it was. I'd probably cry if somebody shot me in the face with one of them pepper balls. Man,
we've went from. They always say the leftists, especially, it's our right to protest. Protest is not violence. Protest is a standing with your signs, marching. Maybe you holler your sayings out and all that.
Not disrupting traffic.
Not disrupting traffic. Not shutting down normal operations. Spitting in people's faces or grabbing hold of, or
that's not a protest.
Trying to stop a vehicle from moving out. That's not
anarchy.
Protesting.
It's anarchy,
and you have to deal with it.
Yeah.
And if you
got
don't,
some good ways.
It's going to grow.
We have a lot of non-lethal ammunition in this country, and we need to put more of it to use. I would love to see somebody, hollering at an ICE agent, and they put a rubber bullet right between their eyes right there, and they look like, well, I'm not going to say. There's some people that have those dots. You can tag them, but no. I think we need to start using more non-lethal.
Maybe we use
ammunition.
some, the technology there the government has for a long time, not just us. Others have been working to incorporate insects into, which kind of looks to me sounds like something out of prophecy, but insects that they can
make nanobots out of.
Well, basically, they go out and do a mission.
Yeah.
And can you imagine, let's just say 10,000 killer bees coming at you or something?
Well, they did that with bats in World War II.
They did do that with bats, but unfortunately, it worked. It worked, but it worked a little too good.
Exactly. It did. It worked a little too good. Burn everything. But, yeah.
Protest is great. Wearing gas masks and stalking people for blocks and prohibiting people deserves a stronger response. 100%.
Listen,
agree.
Wearing anything over your face, a mask, bandana,
agree.
Whatever, should not be permitted in a protest. You're trying to hide your identity. The reason why ICE agents are hiding their identity is because of retaliation from Train Diog or whatever the name of it is. Whoever, the cartels.
Yeah.
That's the reason why they're hiding their identity. And that's what these morons don't understand.
Always carry POM pepper spray and either a 45 or 9mm.
I got a 40 cal that I carry.
So nowadays you have to. Thanks for the likes, by the way. Remember who you are, Yoga. I like that. And Vernon Howe, thank you for stopping by and giving us a like. Those things help. They do help. We appreciate it. Let's just know at least something we said was okay. Thumbs up.
Yeah, we want to,
Rumble, sometimes they give us a thumbs down, It's okay, though. I don't care. It's kind of funny,
Dave, I just like getting on here and having conversation. It's just fun.
It is fun.
And if we do something that lifts somebody's spirits, praise the Lord for that. You know what I mean?
Send us some fan mail. We had excellent fan mail this week. I mean, we had Spider Monkey support animal.
We did.
We had the rescued wolf that only ate red meat,
right?
Or raw meat.
Raw meat.
Sorry,
raw meat.
And because there's a lot of humans on eat red meat. Yeah. And then we had what was the other one?
Billy Ray. Where was Billy Ray from?
Was that West Virginia? No, West Virginia was the wolf.
I think Billy Ray was from Sand Mountain, wasn't
he? There was one from Sand Mountain, one from Woodville, one from West Virginia, and one from
Bubba. But see, we had two Rays. We had Billy Ray and Bubba Ray. Yeah.
Billy Ray and Bubba Ray.
Bubba Ray was from Woodville.
Yeah. And he was upset about the Tennessee Vol talk.
Yes.
Because we were trashing on Tennessee Vols. So.
And he said that the Vols were going to be
They're going to win
national
it all next
champs.
Year. By the way, Indiana.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you for the beatdown you put on Oregon. The Ducks are done.
Dude, by halftime, the Ducks were done.
Destroyed them.
Yeah.
And listen, I like Dan Lanning because he coached at Georgia. He looked shell-shocked by the end of the first quarter. This guy, they had no answers for that team.
Well, it's hard to believe number 1 did that to number 5. You know, I figured that the talent would be a little more averaged, equaled out by now.
Thank you for the comment. I mean, I probably say it. I'm really glad both of you linked up. The quality of the show has improved big time. Thank you for that.
Well, thank you, broski. Really do appreciate that.
But yeah, by halftime, Oregon should just pack the bags. I imagine they were probably already packing up. I wonder what they did with the shirts that they had ready if they won that game, the hats or shirts or whatever. I wonder what they did with it. Yeah, Indiana stomped a mud hole in Oregon's chest.
Yeah, big time.
And by the way, Miami and Frank's probably not listening. My brother-in-law, he gave props to Indiana but Miami is not going to beat Indiana. That's not going to happen. It's going to be a good game for about a half, maybe a half.
I don't think there's a team in the country.
Indiana this quarterback. He is going to be a first-round draft pick, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
They say third round. Are you kidding me? This guy can throw the ball anywhere he wants it. He's not third round. And I know sometimes they push quarterbacks back. As bad as they get quarterbacks in the NFL, this guy's going to go first round. Are you kidding me? He's the total package. He's the total package.
Yeah.
And that defense, they manhandled Oregon's offensive line so bad. I mean, it was a mismatch. It looked like sumo wrestlers with elementary school kids. Yeah. I mean, that's what it looked like to me. Like they're just picking people up and moving them. And the coach is not to be messed with. That look,
I love the look on his face.
That guy looks like he should be the general. I know Dan Raising Cane. I like him. He looks like he should be a general, 5-star general. And just put him on the front lines anywhere, and he'll get the job done.
Or a serial killer, one or the other.
Or a serial killer.
But he has that look. He just, I mean, I know what you mean.
I agree with you. Miami is tough. They are. They're tough in the trenches. They have a veteran quarterback.
They don't stand a chance, though. But Miami does not stand a chance against Indiana.
I am glad that Carson has redeemed himself because Georgia fans have been so hard on him. And he's made some money. He'll get drafted. He's got a good arm. Indiana should win. I agree. Mendoza will be the first overall pick by the Raiders. That would be a good pick for them, brother.
That would.
There's several teams need quarterback. Several teams. And probably a couple that should fire or get rid of their quarterback. Hello, Atlanta Falcons.
What do you think about Harbaugh being let go?
I was a little shocked, to be honest with you.
I was too.
He has proven himself. I realize they underperformed the last couple of years.
Right.
They have had injuries, though. And some of that, like Todd Monken from Georgia, everybody brags on. He's a great coach. He was the coordinator. So if you're going to blame the offense, and he said, you got to blame me. I'm the guy that ran the play. So I hate what's happened.
But the buck stops here.
And so you got to answer for that. Harbaugh will be the first coach to be hired, and he's just got to field all the offers, but people are coming after him now.
Oh, yeah.
And if you haven't interviewed him, you better hurry because somebody's going to throw a bunch of money at it.
If they haven't already.
I'm not a big fan of the Harbaughs as
I want to tell you what.
People, they're kind of weird to me. But dang if they can't win. I mean, they are winning football coaches. I'll say that.
I want to tell you what. This is the thing about the Harbaughs, all right? Financially, they're geniuses. They actually, with the Ascending Group, we didn't get to help set his plan up.
Yeah.
But one of our agents did, all right? And he set him up for life with the money that he made. Already.
That's what you do, yeah.
And
they are winners, man. They know
big winners,
how to win. And I don't mean what I'm saying. They're quirky. There's
some things I can't say right now. That's the reason why I'm struggling.
No. Because the way, especially one of the way he dressed, he's kind of funny, But they're winners. They're absolute winners.
Good coach.
I'm still really shocked that the guy left Michigan, man. The other brother.
Yeah.
But he wanted to go back in the NFL and prove himself. And they're winners, man. What do you say? I mean, he will be. I think Baltimore will regret that decision.
Oh, I agree.
I really do believe that. I think one of the things that hurts
Kiffin, goes to
is they remember the Ray Lewis years and how overpowering that defense was, and I think that they miss that intimidation factor. And if I say anything, they probably haven't been as intimidating on defense. They've certainly scored enough points to beat anybody in the league. I mean, although their offense did struggle some, but like I say, Jackson has been hurt. Henry had some times where he was hurt. There's been some other people hurt. I thought he's definitely deserved another year. I mean, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
But they decided to move on.
What coach that you know of has coached more teams than any other?
More teams? Oh my gosh!
Or been fired, or quit?
Well, Billy Martin was fired by the Yankees 4 times, so I mean that would be.
I mean football. This is football. Yeah, Billy Martin. He's
in football.
He's hilarious.
God, I'm trying to think of some names because
the name that comes to mind is Lane Kiffin.
Bill Parcells moved around quite a bit.
And this is college football as well.
Oh, Bill Parcells moved around to different teams, so he was with a number of, not just the Giants. I mean, Jets, I think, one time, the Cowboys were, I mean, he was different places. I'd have to think about that one.
The reason why I brought Lane Kiffin up, I don't like Lane Kiffin.
Nobody does.
What he did at Tennessee was just, anyway. But somebody made a meme of him sitting on a throne in Venezuela. Said that he's leaving LSU to go be president of Venezuela. It was hilarious. And I can see that. I could see him. I'm leaving, because that's what he leaves. He goes. He does whatever.
That would be great.
It was hilarious.
Well, Venezuela, we need an expansion team. We need an expansion team.
We need a 52nd.
Caracas would be a great call to have, a new team. Right. There's all kinds of extracurricular activities that could happen in Caracas if you had a football team there. Yeah. I mean,
what are you thinking? We get Canada and Venezuela and Greenland.
We're gonna own Greenland. Greenland is
we'll have 53 states at that point.
Yeah, we're gonna get those. Good. And the president is ready to start hitting on the ground the cartels in Mexico.
Yeah.
So,
do you think Trump will do that in his 3rd term?
Well, this will be the 4th term because they cheated him the 2nd.
Okay, yeah, that's right.
A lot of people say he's going to stay on as King Trump.
I'm sorry.
Can you just imagine it?
King.
Listen,
Trump.
Just playing satire. So can you imagine we have an election and what's that idiot out of California? The governor Newsom. He wins. Let's just say we're just having to pretend he wins, and they're at the ceremony to change over, and at the last minute Trump says, "Not going to do it. I'm still the president.
I'm the king now.
It's wonderful. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Jail for you, Newsom." And they come and arrest him and take him out.
That would be awesome.
How many people would be? Yes. I would love it.
Yeah, I would love it. That would be cool. Or Tim.
Thank you, sir. And that's a good one on Wade Phillips. I forgot about him. And these were great coaches.
Wade Phillips did go around quite a bit. Wasn't he with the Oilers last or something like that?
Well, his daddy, I don't know if he ever coached the Oilers. His daddy.
I thought Wade Phillips coached the Oilers.
Well, he may have. Bum Phillips was Saints.
That's who I'm thinking about.
He was
Bum
Saints,
Phillips.
so I don't know if he did the Oilers. Wade went around, though. He got around a lot.
You're right. I'm thinking about Bum Phillips.
Yeah. And I like Bum Phillips. These guys were good coaches. It's just, you're there for a while, then you do good, and then you have a couple of bad years, and they move you on, and you go to another team and build another team. And so you do get that. I think in the future you'll see this a lot more. I think you're not going to see long-term coaches in most places. I think the fans just get tired with it and everything.
Right.
Oh, yeah, that's a good call, too. I forgot all about him. Marty Schottenheimer, 4 teams, Browns, Chiefs, Chargers, and Washington.
Yeah, I'd forgotten all about Schottenheimer.
Jerry Glanville coached at least 2 or 3 teams, but not that many. Not that many.
Right. How many teams did Madden coached? Just 3?
Yeah, I think so.
Because I know he coached the Raiders. He coached.
Hey, thanks for the follow, Mule Possum Music. Possum Music. Am I saying that right?
Mule Possum Music. Love it.
Thanks for the follow and thanks for being here with us.
Awesome.
We appreciate you. Love the name, by the way.
Yeah, Mule Possum Music. I love that.
Need to follow your link. You got to find out what's behind that.
Most definitely.
But yeah, I think coaching is going to become more of a cycle because I don't think.
So you think it's going to be more of a carousel?
Absolutely. I think fans, if you win right away, you get to stay 5 to 7 years.
Right.
If you don't, you're gone in 5 to 7 years. If you win quite a bit early, you could probably stay for 10 in the SEC, maybe. But after that, they're ready to get rid of you. There's already Georgia fans, stupid, calling for Kirby Smart to be moved on, which is dumb. I mean, are you kidding me? Get rid of Mike Bobo. I mean,
Bobo's been around a while.
Broski says he thinks he only coached the Raiders. I couldn't remember anybody else, but
I thought he coached a couple other teams. But that's just, I make stuff
well,
up
sometimes
in my head
NFL films. I mean, I think of Hank Stram and different ones like Kansas City, and they were different places. But back in the old days, they didn't move around as much.
Right.
It's become more of a 80s, 90s into today. But when you go 60s, 70s.
Well, I mean, Cowboys fans loved Landry.
They did.
And he was there for quite a while.
A long time. And then Jimmy Johnson was there for a good long time.
Yeah.
And
so
then
I guess it depends on how loyal the fans are. Is that what it is?
Nowadays, they're not very loyal.
Obviously not.
What about the college coach who was an NFL quarterback? I'm trying to think of which one it was. Played for Tampa Bay. And he coached at UAB. And there's an article this morning out there on one of the websites. And he says, college football ruined me. And here's what he's had to say about it. And I've seen this. This is a problem. He said you recruit a player, you coach a player, you grow a player, and then they leave and go to another school. You have all this investment because they're a lower level school. You coach and you put all this into them, and as soon as you turn them into that product that you really want, they go to the Georgia, Alabamas, wherever.
Same thing with construction.
Really?
Yeah, you build a construction company, you hire these people, you train them, and then they go and become your competition.
And I've heard it's the same.
That's the way it works.
Ladies who cut hair, like you.
Oh, I'm sure.
You bring somebody and you make them successful. Then they get their client base up. They just go off and start their own business. Take all those clients with them.
Yeah, there's a lot of cutthroat businesses out there.
Business is brutal. I mean, everybody's looking to cut you. Find a way to lower their price and take all your business.
And that's sad that a player would do that to a coach. I mean, but they're looking at what's best for me.
Well,
and the coach should be doing the exact same.
It's money.
Money is.
And they're looking for the paycheck.
It makes the world go around, from what they say. Which God is good. I don't worry about anything. You don't worry about anything. God takes care of these things. And
all right, broski, you get to brag a little bit.
You got to have a backbone, though.
It's going to be the third year in a row. Yeah, they're going to win the national championship. 3 different teams. The power has shifted. All right. I can't say nothing right now because they got put up or shut up. So right now you get to bellow, but the SEC will be fine.
Oh yeah,
we will take care. Hello, Dean Potts. Dean is getting better. I talked to him and his mom.
I'm glad you're feeling better, brother.
By the way, we didn't do the racing and sports show last night because we just couldn't quite get Dean in by video. We had him. I could hear him.
We'll get him.
He couldn't hear me, so. We got to do a couple of, when he comes next to the studio, we're going to have him bring his laptop phone and we're getting him all dialed in and everything. So when he has to come in by remote, yeah, he'll bring his studio to the studio and we'll get him all fixed up and get him where he's done. So, but hey, maybe you just needed the rest anyway. Maybe God said, you know what, Dean, I'm not going to let you do it tonight.
There you go.
Speaking of someone who can kick some Dean is here. Dean is the man.
Dean.
Hey, also, we have, and we soon will have, but we have a racing Facebook page. We'll still be putting all that on the regular pages, but we do, and we have 2 other Facebook pages, which one is called the Southern Patriots Podcast or Southern Fried Patriots Podcast.
And we're going to have another one, I believe.
We're going to have Wolf Nation. We'll also have one. We have one that's just for the racing. That's all we're going to put on there, which is the SFP Racing Hour. It's out there, and you can find that as well. We'll be posting the links. Dean says he's ready. You mean you're ready to kick somebody's butt? Or ready to broadcast?
He's always up for that. He's born ready.
Oh, he's a Bubba fan. Bubba fans are born ready.
You know where Dean's from, don't you?
Dean is from Las Vegas, man.
I thought he was from Wishing Man Woods.
I don't know, but
I wish Man Woods.
I think he's a Rossvillian.
Yeah.
I think.
Las Vegas.
I mean, he still is a Rossvillian. I think he was born, bred, raised, everything right here in Rossville.
All right.
The great metropolis of Rossville.
It is. It's an amazing place. It really is. If you've never been to Rossville, you need to ride through it.
Carry a pistol.
Be prepared.
I just made some people mad, and
I got pulled over in the projects over here a while back.
No,
speeding. Cop walked up and he said, "You want to tell me why you were doing 75 and a 25?" I said, "I'm in the hood." He said, "That's the best answer I've ever heard."
It's like, yeah, mess with me.
He said, "Do you have a gun on you?" And I said, "No." He said, "Stay right there. I'll go get you one." That is a joke.
Yeah,
I heard that from a comedian, but I thought that would be a great response to somebody, to a cop if you were doing that.
Yeah. What do you mean, go slow?
What's the worst thing any of y'all have ever said to a cop? Since we were talking about cops and them, being mistreated and everything, what's the worst thing you've ever said to a cop?
I don't think I've ever said anything out of the way to one. I just on it because I've never had that much dealings with the police actually, other than just in the public,
right?
Not in an official capacity. A couple times I have,
right.
The only time that I ever and it wasn't. And I told this story. I got pulled over because I was trying to get over on the interstate. We left church. I've told the story. I'll say it quick. We were trying to. You have to get over because they had the lights on. Well, I couldn't get over at that moment, so I was slowed. And while I'm slowed, he lets the car gets on out. He's just sitting there, and so there's traffic. But I just went on. So he chases me down, pulls me over, comes up on my wife's side. And he's just railing on me about the law. And honestly, at that time, I didn't know about the move over law. I didn't. It's not in a way you're supposed to know the law. It's not a response that they like. So I said, I didn't know. Well, you're supposed to know. So I said, well, yes, sir. So anyway, he just kept going on and on and on. And we're right on the side of the interstate. I mean, traffic. It's right before you come up on the Cloud Springs exit. There's not a lot of.
No, there's not a lot of room there.
Not a lot of room. And he's over here, and he's right here at my wife. I didn't like it because he was right there bellowing at me across my wife. I understand why he's around there for safety, which is still not safe. But he's, my wife is like, what the heck? So finally I just said, hey, are you going to write me a ticket? He goes, I haven't decided. You're just going to hold on for a minute or hold your horses or something like that. And I said, listen, I've heard about enough. I said, your job is not to bark at me and just keep barking at me. You either write the ticket or you let us go. Or I want to talk to somebody else.
Am I under arrest?
And he said, get out of here. And I said, I will.
Yeah.
That was the worst. I don't treat people bad, but
I had one walk up to my car one night, and I knew he had nothing. I mean, nothing.
Yeah.
I was going 2 miles over the speed limit. And he walked up to the guy. He said, you know why I pulled you over tonight? I said, I guess because you were bored. And he did not like that, but he also didn't like the fact that I know the chief of police really well. But
it's like, yeah,
I don't do anything really to break the law.
Yeah,
but I know so many police officers that just don't worry about it.
I've known a few.
Now, I did get a ticket. I don't know if I told you. I got a ticket. I got to go to court here in the next few days. Today's what? I got to go to court Monday.
I do too with my son.
89 and 65. 89 to 65.
Yeah.
I don't think they'll give me reckless driving or anything, but I'm going to ask, if I can go to driving school or something like that, so it will come off of my record.
Ding. No. Used to be. Ding, no. You see that statement?
Mayberry.
Rossville is like Mayberry.
No. Used to be, yeah. Back when
when we were kids, yes. So you're telling me in Rossville that you go downtown and you walk around all the shops and no. No.
That you're not going to do that.
No.
You're going to run into a bunch of earnest teas. You know, that's what you're going to run.
And worse.
And Otis's.
If you get out, listen, Rossvillians, I love you. Yeah. The former mayor, we're friends on Facebook. If he sees this, listen, I appreciate everything y'all trying to do.
And we're giving you a hard time.
Well, I appreciate everything you're trying to do for Rossville. I don't live in the city. Yeah. I appreciate everything you're trying to do for Rossville. I realize it will
be transformed.
It is getting a little better as far as the aesthetics and all that. But everybody knows it's not what it used to be. And I'm sorry, it's just not. And if you go walking down around the town part of Rossville on 27 there, you're going to run into three things every time you go. And Paul can probably name them. You're going to run into drug dealers.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to run into prostitutes.
Yeah.
And you're going to run into people that want to rob. Crackheads. Yeah. I'm sorry. Robberies are bad. It's a rough part of town. I'm sorry. It's just not Mayberry anymore.
I don't travel through it very much. You know, my grandparents had the third house ever built on 3rd Avenue. It was the third house on 3rd Avenue. And it's the house, where my mother lived. It's in East Lake. Yeah, and the area has become just overrun by just a bad element. Just a bad element.
Well, that store of, what is that, Food Line in Rossville? They're constantly in court because they catch shoplifters. It's bad, like really, really bad.
Yeah.
And they have
homelessness.
They have to put their. I don't know if it still is, but at one time they had to put like their little packets of meat, ham, and turkey, and all that. They had to put those things up behind
locked
because
doors.
People were stuffing them down their pants and stuff and stealing them.
Yeah.
It's.
Yeah, theft. I can't believe that up in these blue cities they don't even arrest them. They can't help it.
Now I will say this: it's not East Lake.
Yes.
It's not some other places I can name, which I'm not.
Right.
And like I said, I think with all the changing, they're bringing in some really nice housing. They are flipping the neighborhoods. Their business is slowly starting to come in there.
Well,
they're taking down the old buildings. I mean, eventually it'll take 20 years.
Oh yeah.
I don't know that it'll ever be that way again, because I'm going to tell you, the problem Rossville has, the biggest problem Rossville has, they can't fix, and that is Tennessee crime coming over the border into Rossville.
Yep.
That's the problem. They need a very visual police precinct right there as you cross the state line, and let people know we're watching you. It's bad. It is bad.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea.
That crime comes down into my city, right here around.
That's what I'm saying.
All the robberies are
all of the stuff happening in East Lake.
Yeah,
is bleeding down.
It is, and there's just nothing you can do about that. So it's not. It's just not what it used to be. I get it. We think about it in those terms, but if you can leave your house, I'll ask you this: if you can leave your house there and not lock it, and you feel completely comfortable that nothing's going to happen, you're in Mayberry. If you can't, not Mayberry. Right?
Yep.
I do know people, I won't name their names, in Chickamauga that still leave their doors unlocked when they go places. They said, I don't want to live in a place, I don't want to think I have to lock my house up. That's risky. Chickamauga is a little more like that, a little more Mayberry-ish. They live really close to downtown, Chickamauga. But I don't. Maybe they've changed, but I know for years they never locked their house. Never did.
When I was growing up, we didn't lock.
Dean's not. Now he's on the negative Bubba train. Rossville will never come back. Come on, Dean.
Come on, dude. It'll be back.
Are you saying Mayberry went to the hood? Because he said it was Mayberry. Now he's saying it will never come back. So.
Wow.
So Mayberry is now the hood. I didn't know that.
Is that time right?
Yeah, it's almost 10. Can you believe that?
No, I cannot. Wow.
Those people are just silly, not locking your doors. No matter where you live, you lock your door. Well, I agree, but that's their belief.
When I was growing up, we didn't do that. There was no need to. I mean, Dave, when we were in high school, we didn't even lock our vehicles with guns.
Yeah, we didn't lock the doors. Yeah.
I mean, I know I've went to school numerous times with a shotgun and a rifle hanging in the back window.
Well, that way you could do that.
With the windows down.
Matter of fact, in shop, one of the first things we made is the gun rack.
Yeah.
That's what we made.
Yeah.
That's a simple shop project. What is that? One pattern and 4 cuts, 5 cuts, 5 cuts. That's all you do because you're making out the. Well, if it's a 2, it's 4 cuts.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. 2 be 6 or 4.
Yeah, I mean it's a very easy first project for people in construction that maybe never did
Learn how to use a bandsaw.
Learn how, So I mean, I went to a vacation Bible school as a kid and made a gun rack. Vacation Bible school, they said for your BB guns, your pellet rifles, or your regular shotguns or whatever. And I was probably only 7 or 8 years old. Yep. Loved it. I had that thing for decades. I've lost it now, but
when did you get your first gun? Real gun, not BB gun.
I was in my 20s.
Really?
I didn't have one when I was young. Hey, Watchman. My dad did not ever have guns, so he did buy me a BB gun. Never had a pellet rifle, but when I was in my 20s, I bought a 380 and a Mossberg pump shotgun. That was my first guns.
My first gun I got when I was 7. It was a Stevenson single shot 20 gauge. And I killed a bunch of squirrels and rabbits and whatever else with that. But
come on,
it was different back then.
Your first gun was a water pistol. You know it.
No, I mean real gun. Yeah, I had water pistols, BB guns, pellet rifles, all that stuff. But I mean, we used to play cowboys and Indians on horses.
Hello, Dave that entered the studio on Podbean. Dave to Dave. I'm Dave the Cornbread Man. This is Paul the Biscuit Boy. Thank you for being here.
What's up?
Yeah, in the house. Our new, we kind of revamped. We're inside. It's raining bad on and off here in our town.
It's
we're still going to do the outdoor shows.
Hey, check this out, guys. We're getting ready to put this up. I don't know if you can see it.
That's the Wolf Nation logo.
Dave and Paul.
We've just got it there for now, but we're rearranging the studio a little bit.
We're going to be taking that with us wherever we go,
and we'll definitely have that to put on a. We need to get one of those things that you roll up and pulls it up. You know?
Yeah.
Because somewhere you don't have anything to hang it on, so you got to do that. So we've got, and beside me, you can't see it right now, but we have a new racing one for the racing show. And just we're excited. 26 is going to be a fun year.
It is.
Fun
it's
year.
It's going to be a very fun year.
We've got so many lives that we want to do from different places. We just got to find the time to do it.
That's it.
We're going to be moving around. We're going to do one from the farm.
I want to get Dave retired, guys. I want y'all to help me get Dave retired. I believe if I can get Dave making more money doing something else, he can retire.
Retire.
Yep. That's it.
I'm retired. I'll be 61 years old this year. I know I look 41. But
what month?
Just kidding.
What month?
I'll probably look 81.
What month?
May.
May?
I'm a Taurus. I'm a May baby.
So mine's February.
The tater gun? Oh, tater guns are cool, dude.
Made some good tater guns.
I like the tater gun. I missed that comment.
Using propane. Liked it. Man, they were fun.
Oh.
Used to have a pipe. One person would hold it, the other person would light it back there. And I mean, it had a kick to it too.
Did you ever have a flamethrower, a homemade flamethrower?
No, I've never had a homemade flamethrower.
We were talking about Lauren. Him and his brother used to build bombs when they were kids.
That's hilarious.
They blew up a lot of things around the house. Little.
Right.
They were creating and perfecting their bomb making capability. But just
were they mailbox bandits?
No. They didn't do nothing. Okay. Well, I don't think they did.
Oh, I've taken down a couple of mailboxes in my life.
Was that with just a car or?
Yeah.
D says May 15th is going to be the grand old age of 54 years
54.
old.
I'll be 61 in February.
Wow.
Here in the next month.
I didn't know you was older than me.
Yeah.
Didn't know that. We're just a couple of old guys.
I want to tell you what, I feel better than I did when I was 30.
Yeah.
I do. I feel great. The only problem I have is pain. That's it. If I could get rid of the pain, I'd be in great shape. Y'all need to, what does it say?
Quit Fed posting online. Oh.
All right, then.
But, back to David, bless his heart, he passed away with cancer several years ago. But Lauren and David, there was a third brother, but he was the preacher in the crowd. So they would build these, they would gunpowder and different things, and they would practice. That's the way to play Army Man back in the backyard, is actually have real live bombs going off. We did that with rocks and stuff. And if your Army Man got broken in half, we used to be able to go to the store, Kmart or wherever. You could get a bag of 1,000 Army Man for like $1.
Yeah.
So
then you can paint them and do whatever you
want
to do.
Oh, man, we used to do all kinds of war games and stuff. Yeah. We created all kinds of games like that. But we didn't have live bombs, but I think they probably did.
Well, we used to play cowboys and Indians on horseback. And we used real arrows and BB guns.
Are you kidding me?
Nope.
Arrows?
Well, I mean, they were blunt edged, and they had foam, duct taped around them. They still flew really well, and it hurt like crazy when they hit, too.
I was fixing to say, man. I was thinking, I could see you running into the house going, could you get this arrow out of my shoulder? Yes. He got me.
Mom, I think I was hit.
My gosh.
But when you got hit, you had to come off the horse.
Yeah, Little Green Army Man. Man, I love that.
Yep. Wasn't there a movie where the Little Green Army Man came to life or something like that?
Yeah, I don't remember what it's called, but it's cool. G.I. Joe or something. I don't know. It might be called something else.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, man. Nowadays, they don't want to sell that stuff. They're afraid they're going to mess up the kid's head or something.
No, they're afraid they're going to swallow it. They're too small. If a child can swallow it, they won't sell it.
Kids in Philly would make zip guns out of a small pot, screws or nails.
Yep.
Rubber bands or wire, and an antenna.
Dude, we could make weapons out of anything. Still can.
Oh my God.
I made an Adalat. You know what an Adalat is?
No.
An Adalat is it's a launching mechanism for a long arrow. Kind of like a javelin in a way, but it's a handheld thing, and you take it, and it's got a I'm having a brain fart here, folks. Anyway, it's got a pendulum type thing on it. Anyway, but you take it, and the arrow's here, and you're holding it, the point of that, and when you throw it, that thing flips it forward, and they can hurl. I mean, they can kill you. They're pretty strong. Look at an Adalat.
All I want to know is, where did you practice throwing these at? Was you on a farm or
out in the field, out in the woods?
Okay, I was fixing to say,
at each other.
I don't think this works in suburbs too well.
Oh, see, I was raised in the country, man. I didn't.
Mama, Paul down the street, he's throwing javelins.
Yeah. LeBron shot me.
The mailman's got blood coming out of his leg.
There might have been a time or two when they sniped the mailman from cover in the woods.
Oh, nothing like farm life or being out in the country. You can do a lot of things.
Yeah.
That's where the old dinner bell come in. You had to ring the dinner bell to get the kids to come in. They're way out, they're playing.
You know what my dinner bell was? When it got dark, go home.
Well, that was for us.
I mean, that was pretty much it, unless you were told to be home at a specific time.
MacGyver and improvised explosives and projectiles.
I love that show. MacGyver. I love that show.
Why'd they go off there? They just run out of ideas. They MacGyvered out.
Did you see the spinoff MacGruber? He was dumber than dirt. He got blew up every time he tried to do something. It was an SNL thing that they had for a while. MacGruber. It was funny. Some of them were funny.
That's what's up. Oh, y'all are a trip. We're probably got to get off there in a few minutes. I think Biscuit Boy didn't realize we usually go an hour or a little over an hour, and we're headed up to 2 hours.
The only thing I've got to do is go by the store and get some chicken and a couple of other things. We're making poppy seed chicken tonight.
Poppy seed chicken.
Yeah, and our youngest son and his wife are coming over.
We'll go.
They've been out of the country and everything, so we're going to do dinner.
We'll go to about 10:30 and we'll call it. So, thank y'all for being here. I hope you have a great Saturday. I'll still be posting on the socials and stuff. I got work after a while, but it's good. And
hopefully the rains.
Yeah, tomorrow morning, Sunday morning in the Word. I am going to do a little bit of broadcasting tomorrow. I've not been doing as much. If things go well, I'll be broadcasting tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow evening.
Awesome.
I've still got to do my history show and music show for the week. It's just been a weird week. Broski says he needs to go lift, and so I can be big and strong like Dean.
There you go.
You're gonna MacGruver some poppy chicken.
Yes.
Poppy chicken.
It's good. You ever had poppy seed chicken?
Maybe once. Paul's quite the cook. I think we're gonna do some sort of a cooking thing sometime with Paul.
Let's do it
live from the back deck or something.
I love to cook, man. I
was hoping to go live last night. We got a show live from Back Porch Live. We're going to do, and it's going to be like a weekend Friday thing or something like that, or we'll figure it out. But
hey, I've got a grill on every deck.
We're going to get out there and we're going to grill and do some shows, and we'll talk it up from the ridges of where did you live? Ooltewah. That's an Indian name, right? Ooltewah.
It is. Did you know? Have you ever heard of the Tanasi Trail?
Maybe. I'm not sure.
Tanasi was the old Indian word. Tanasi. That's where Tennessee comes from. Tanasi.
Okay.
And it was a trail that the Cherokee used.
I don't know if this is a joke or if it's actually real.
No, seriously. I'll show you a sign when you go up through Ooltewah, going up towards Red Clay, up the council center up there, that Tanasi, that's what they took.
We need to go over to Red Clay again, too, and do some, they've got some neat activities over there. We need to go over to Red Clay.
I want to go find out why the Eternal Flame is out. They lit that at the council meeting, and I've got the commemoration thing that Ben Hampton did with all their signatures on it. All the chiefs from all the tribes of the Cherokee Indians were there, and they lit that Eternal Flame, and the last time I was there, it was out, and that really annoyed me.
Maybe that was a budget cutback.
Who knows?
We can't burn the Eternal Flame anymore.
It's just natural gas. Come on, I'll buy it. Good Lord.
No joke. This goes back about over a year ago, I'm sure. I went when it was Friday because we were going to go live, and that was the first time we had Celtic Blacksmith on, and I was calling after over trying to get the live figured out. Right. But anyway, I went to an event, Cryptids in Cherokee Folklore.
Oh, man, I wish I would have went to that.
Oh, it was great, man. Like, they turn out all the lights. They light the fire out there, and the ranger sits in a little rocker chair, and it's just a killer setting. And when they did that, it's like cool but not cold, so you can like bring your hot chocolates or whatever, or coffee or whatever, and the kids come. It's a family event, and
they ain't ever had a furry butt rub up against somewhere.
I don't think they had that, but and matter of fact, the guy that's over the Greenhouse Festival, I ran into him that night there. It wasn't a ton of people, but it was a pretty good little crowd. But while we were sitting there, some guys start shooting guns and screaming at each other next door, and everybody looks that way. Wow. And the Rangers go, because they had two Rangers out there, and they said, "Folks, it's okay. This is our crazy neighbors. They're really harmless. They're very loud, though. But we got gunfire going off. I swear I heard one of them say, 'I'll kill you.'" And I was like, "Wait a minute," because you got bullets flying through the air. I'm thinking, could they come this way? I don't believe their story. I think the guys are nuts, but they didn't. They want to. They said they say they get a little wild with each other over there.
See, the thing
I think they're
that,
crazy.
I believe if somebody that is not mentally there does not need to own a gun. Period.
Well, yeah.
I don't think you should own a gun unless you go through a gun class. Now that's just me, and I believe it or not, when I was in high school, I used to teach gun safety. It was something that was taught back then to young people. And nowadays they're scared of firearms. You don't learn about firearms unless you go into the military. And that's not right. God, I live in the South.
I don't think somebody that can't remember how to get off a stage should be able to drive a sports car either.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think it's safe.
Shakes hands with the Easter Bunny and stuff.
And I don't think they should certainly have classified documents in their shed, their garage or whatever. I think that's probably a bad idea.
I agree. I will.
And certainly they shouldn't invite their son to the White House because they might lose some stuff that gets found later.
Well, he blew it. So, yeah, he did.
I shouldn't say this. I shouldn't.
But go ahead.
I'm going to pose a question to you, Biscuit Boy.
Oh, okay.
You think it's the first time in American history that a president has shotgunned his son? Or vice versa? You know what I mean by that, right?
I do know what you mean.
With the smoke.
No. I do know what you mean, like shotgun. I do.
I'm just asking.
I'm pretty sure that it happened
hitting the slope for the
two of them. But Clinton, I think he was shotgunning everybody, wasn't he? Because he was out there, buddy. He really was. But
oh, Bill.
You gotta love Bill.
I did not have sex with that one.
Yeah. Hey, listen, I wouldn't want Hillary coming after me either, buddy. Hillary, I should say.
Can you imagine what the country would be like now if she had won the 2016 election? Hillary.
I would not be alive. I know I would not be alive.
We might all be in a camp somewhere, re-education camp or something.
Mm-hmm. The only way they're going to do something like that, and, I'm really fortunate where I live. Now they can come in by helicopter or something like that, airstrike, but there's one way in and one way out.
Yeah, I've been there.
All of my neighbors I know, we're all armed to the teeth, and we're ready. I've got a brigadier general that lives across the street from me, okay? I'm not worried about anything.
Make my day.
Yeah. We've been waiting on this in 1776. No, don't sing it.
Do you have somebody that's gonna ride through the neighborhood on a horse? The Federals are coming. The Federals.
Yeah. The Federals are coming. That's hilarious.
I just see Paul sitting on his back deck, and there's a cry that goes out. Antifa is coming. Antifa.
Hey, I would be in my sniper nest at that point. Nobody would make it up the ridge.
Well, the first thing that will happen is all the dogs will be let loose.
Yeah.
If anybody got past all the dogs in the neighborhood that's going to just tear their hide,
right,
then it would be the next line of defense, which they wouldn't get past that.
That's true.
I think a lot of these guys are really sissies. They act tough, but I don't think they are. I think that's the kind of guy who gets punched in the nose, he's done. I do.
Oh, yeah.
But they know the officers won't do that. But
I don't know.
I think there may be some tough ones. I think most of them are just punks.
One thing I can't stand is a bully. And I have beat the crap out of a bunch of bullies. In
FEMA
life.
Region 4 representing.
Federales. Sup? S.A.
I have some people that I know, and they live like on the mountain and kind of it's a long road, and they all live out through there. It's a dead end. It's one way in, one way out.
Right.
And I can tell you that if you go down their road, if they don't know your car, there will be cars that pull up behind you and follow you wherever you go, and they want to know what you're doing.
You talking about Sand Mountain?
Huh?
Where are you talking about?
Well, I've seen it on Lookout too, but certainly Sand Mountain.
Oh, I've had it happen to me on Sand Mountain.
Well, I did too. I was going to leave some literature at a church.
Yeah.
And it said church sign, church this way. I said, okay. So I'm riding out through there. As soon as I turned down this, it was a gravel road.
Mm-hmm.
It was almost like they were sitting in a car waiting. As soon as I turned down this gravel road, there's a car. It looked like something out of In the Heat of the Night or something. The car just peels out right behind me. I'm like, now we got a carload of guys behind us. I'm looking like maybe they were just pulled over for a minute. So I'm riding, and you had to take a couple of turns. So I made the turn. Yeah, they're right there behind me. Made another turn right there. So I pulled up at the church. They pulled up. I just got on out, went up to church, and left the and they're watching me. Everybody, how everybody's kind of slid to one side of the car,
right?
So I could see, their faces were all in the windows, but and I just put the stuff up there. They're watching me, and they were shaking their head, and they said, "What are you doing? Looks like you left the church. Something? You know them?" I said, "No," and I explained who I was. I was leaving some information for the church about missions and stuff, and they said, "Okay." They said, "Well, we saw you come in. We was wondering what you were doing."
They monitor.
You're not. We know you're not from around here.
Yeah.
I said, "No." I said, I said this way. I said, "I appreciate the escort." They said, "Oh, it's our honor and privilege to do that, sir."
There you go.
We keep an eye on each other up here in our area, and we'll follow you out. My wife says, "Where are we?" I mean, like,
hey,
who
only
are
in
these
America,
people?
buddy. Only in America. You know.
Broski, was it a gravel road or a public road? You know, sometimes around here when you get roads that go off the main road, I don't know if they're official roads or not. If they say Confederate Lane, probably not a public road.
Yeah.
If they say Bubba's Place, you kind of know.
Right, Second Amendment Avenue, something like that. You might be getting into something over your head.
Something AFO, or that would be something like that.
Yeah. I've been to some places like that.
But sometimes it has a name, and I'm thinking it's probably up on because there's still some unpaved roads in our area, especially in mountain areas, very rural areas, so they're not all paved, and it's obvious that they're a public road. But there are some places where you go from gravel to dirt, and then you're just there's no road. But
it goes to trail after that.
It goes to trail, and if you go back far enough, you might not make it back. I turn around before I get too deep and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So if
I know many places like that,
because it just starts looking a little ominous, we'll say, is the best way I could say that.
Well,
Snug Harbor, RD.
The bad thing is, when you know people that live in those areas that make it that way.
What I was going to say is I worked with a guy, and he said he would they name their community. I don't know. It's not on the street name.
Right.
It's just a community. They will name it. They'll say, when you come up to Red Holler or something like that, when you come into Red Holler, we're going to intercept you. And you have to know somebody to get on down. We will stop you.
Right.
And they mean it.
Right.
And they're armed to the teeth. And that's just the way it is. Now, these people are salt of the earth. I know them. But they don't believe that certain individuals should come down in their community, and they're not going to allow it.
That's the way Francois Lepew,
Well, yeah.
Lepew Parish, he said they would not let strangers in, by water or land. It didn't matter.
Snickers Holler.
If they didn't, Snickers Holler.
Yeah, I see the other one, brother.
Okay.
And one of those I mentioned could very well possibly be. I'm just being honest.
Right.
Because I went to an invited-only event on the mountain. I think this was Sand Mountain.
Yeah.
One time I went to a cookout, and
it's just security, man.
I told my wife, I said, I think we need to leave.
Right.
My wife said, why? And I won't say on the air why, but I was like, I kind of think we're at the wrong event.
Yeah,
let's just eat dinner.
Some wires got crossed somewhere, and we're not supposed to be here.
I was really trying to figure out what.
Wow.
I'm just being honest, and I was like, I'm hearing some conversation over here, some jokes over here, and I'm like, I kind of think we need to get out of here. So you don't want to be rude, but I found a way to. We got to get home thing,
Right. I've been to.
Told my wife that I ain't going back. Ever.
I've been to a couple of those. I had a guy that was trying to recruit me into the Masons.
The Masons.
Yeah, and I
had that too.
I didn't. I
told him to take a hike.
Yeah, and then there was another fella, and I'm not going to mention his
probably
name.
Better not.
He was a member of a certain organization that like to hide themselves. I'll put it that way. And I literally knocked 3 of his teeth out and broke his jaw.
Wow.
That was the way it ended between the two of us.
I would say that would end it.
And yeah, I don't like people that are bullies.
No, Watchman, no naked. There was no naked going on. No, nothing like that. It wasn't that kind of. It wasn't that kind. I do have to say this though. My wife, we were dating, and my best friend was still living then, and his grandfather. And I forgot. I wasn't thinking about it because we went in to see him. It was his grandfather was known to get up with not a stitch of clothes on and go to the bathroom. I wasn't even thinking about that. He come out in his boxers though. He's just in his boxers. But Lynn wasn't used to seeing that. So Lynn's like, she's like, elbow me. My wife had a killer elbow. And I'm like, what the heck? And she's my girlfriend right then, you know. Right. She goes, take it. And I look, and she said, look. And I looked and I said, I won't say the name. That's just whatever. And she said, he's in his underwear. I said, this is exactly what I told her. I said, you are so lucky he's got underwear on.
Yeah, you are lucky. Yeah.
And so he goes to the bathroom. He doesn't turn the light on. He doesn't close the door and he's peeing. And she is elbow again.
He didn't shut the door.
And so my best friend says, what's up? He was out. He'd went out or something or another room.
Right.
And I said, oh, she's having a fit because your granddad is up. He said, did he have clothes on?
Yeah.
I said,
you got lucky.
That's what he said. I said, but now he's peeing. He goes, oh, he didn't close the door.
Yeah.
He said, that's just Papa. I mean, you know.
That's the way older people are. They don't give a fat rat's behind about anything, you know.
I've had some friends. They like.
I'm looking forward to getting to that age. You know, that's going to be a lot of fun.
One of the ladies at work, she don't work here anymore, but she said, well, them old ladies at the gym, they don't mind letting it all hang out. They walk around like that in the women's place, not out in the.
All right, hey, you want to hear a joke?
Oh Lord, we got time for it.
There was this elderly woman. She was about 96.
That's pretty elderly.
Her husband died. Well, Lucille didn't want to live on, you know, so she went and she got her husband's pistol, his service pistol, and she was going to end it, but she didn't want to just wound herself. She wanted to make sure that she was going to, you know, kill herself when she did it. So she called a doctor, and the doctor said, she said, Doc, where exactly is a woman's heart? And he said, it's right below the left breast. She said, well, thank you very much. And anyway, you know, fast forward a little bit. The next morning, she was admitted to the emergency room with a gunshot wound to her knee. So
I knew this was going downhill pretty quick. So we are out of time on that note.
You like dad jokes, you know.
He says, Watchman says yoga pants should be against the law.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah, Peepaw, no.
Peepaw.
To back that story up a little bit, the first time I ever spent the night with my best friend, it's the middle of the night. Yeah, I mean, we're asleep, and I hear the door open. I've always been a light sleeper, and they kept their, I don't know what you call it, but a place they kept all their canned goods and stuff. It's like an extra, not in the kitchen. They would
pantry,
like a pantry kind of thing, but it was in his bedroom because they didn't have a big house,
right?
And so I hear him he liked to get in the middle of the night and cook, but he wanted some hominy. You ever like hominy? I'm not a hominy fan.
I like hominy grits, but hominy by itself.
Yeah, he liked hominy. So he's in there rattling around in the dark trying to get some he can't find it. So he reaches over and I can see, you know, an outline. I mean, I just know it's him.
Right.
And I know what he's doing. But he cupboard, whatever. So he flips the light on and I'm like, the guy's butt naked. I did the same thing. I'm like, hey. He looks up.
He's butt naked cooking.
And my best friend goes, I can't remember if he called him Papa or Papa, whatever he said.
Right.
Put some clothes on. and he shook his butt. I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh my gosh, man.
Well, there were no women.
So no women, folks. So
that's funny. That's funny. So I want to tell you, some older people were just that way. That's how they stayed cool at night.
Quote from the movie Rounders: "In the poker game of life, the women are the rake." What?
You know what? That's a very profound statement.
Okay.
Very profound. You need to elaborate upon that.
Yeah, I don't even know what it means.
Do what? Listen, what they're talking about is the women are the rake in the game of poker. You know what the rake is?
I don't play poker, so I wouldn't know. You got to remember, I've never played poker.
All right, never mind. Sorry. But there is a joke behind that, and I hope there's a joke behind that.
Oh, I'm sure. Folks, we do got to go. Podbean, we're fixing to lose. They have a limit of 2 hours, and they're fixing to zap us out anyway. Wow. It's a good time.
2 hours.
2 hours max. Some do that. StreamYard does 3 hours.
I can't believe it's been 2 hours.
But I know it's been 2 hours. Thank y'all. This is great. Cornbread Man and Biscuit Boy morning show. We've had a blast. Have a great Saturday.
Yes.
And we will see you soon.
Hey, always keep ascending, guys.
Always keep ascending.
Remember, the wolf knows.
The wolf knows, absolutely. And I'm glad that the wolf does know.
Yes,
I am. Hey.
Peace out.
And goodbye, Podbean.